And how's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with the latest and the greatest gaming news. The news that I'm gonna be breaking down today is a brand new discovery that I just made that provides even more solid evidence that a new unannounced next-gen game is in development, and that game is Mafia 4. I covered Mafia 4 in a recent video where I broke down several new trademarks that were filed very recently for the franchise. The way these trademarks were filed and the timing at which they happened to be filed suggested that a new Mafia game was most likely in development. Today I found another piece of evidence that further proves that a next-gen Mafia game is on its way, and as always we're going to be breaking this information down together because I'm going to be recording my screen. That way you can see that my bullshit capacity meter is always running at 0%, and that way you can verify this information for yourself if you choose to. And we're going to start our adventure right here at all of the recent pending and active Take-Two trademarks. Hopefully no private investigators show up at my door. Just kidding, maybe. But as you can see, here are all of the new Mafia trademarks that I broke down in a previous video. Mafia 2 got a new trademark along with a couple new trademarks for an entirely new Mafia project. In that recent video I broke down how this most likely means that Mafia 4 is in development along with a possible remastered Mafia 2. To understand how I came to that conclusion, I highly suggest you watch that previous video before going forward with this one. You can click on screen here to watch the video real quick or check for a link down in the description below. Either way, let's move on to the new evidence if you haven't noticed it already. There is a brand new trademark for the studio that developed Mafia 3, Hangar 13, and more specifically the very studio that is trademarked seems to be one of the newer expanded Hangar 13 studios out of 2K Prague. The fact that the developer of Mafia 3 gets a new trademark filed shortly after several new Mafia trademarks were also filed is even more solid evidence that something Mafia related is definitely in development, and I highly doubt that we would see this much trademark activity action just for a Mafia 2 remaster. So that means we're either getting Mafia 4 or what I think would be a good possibility, and most likely is what's happening, is an entire reboot of the Mafia series. This new Mafia reboot will revisit the earlier time frames featured in the first couple of Mafia games, the 1920s up until the 1940s, the golden age of the Mafia. Revisiting these legendary time periods with new next-gen technology and features would breathe a much-needed breath of fresh air into what seems like a much beloved but slowly getting stale game franchise. Mafia games are starting to feel a bit outdated. Mafia 3 appeared to be Hangar 13's attempts at doing just this, introducing modern mechanics and breathing a new fresh of life into the aging Mafia franchise. But it didn't work out quite the way they wanted it to, the game didn't sell quite like they would have liked it to, and the game received mixed reviews at best. With all this in mind, and with this new Hangar 13 trademark filing, you can see that there is almost certainly something Mafia related in development, and in my opinion I expect it to be a next-gen reboot of the Mafia franchise. And as always, I want to know what you have to say about all of this. Do you think it's Mafia 4? Do you agree with me on that next-gen Mafia reboot? Let me know down in the comments below, and if your comment wins the internet, I make it featured in a future video. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe and turn notifications on to stay in the know when it comes to the latest and the greatest gaming news. Follow me on Twitter for the latest channel updates, and come over to the community Discord chat server where there is always an awesome and active conversation and some speculation taking place. Check out Loot Drop for the official Skullzi merchandise loot and merchandise, and if you want to have your hand in providing future content and getting access to unique and awesome awards, then consider subscribing to the community on Patreon or joining the channel here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member. Links for all of these awesome things are down in the description below, and as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when Take-Two sends Mafia 4, when Take-Two sends 4 Mafia people to my house.
just works.